Hi everybody, this is Bené Kent. I'm also known as Mistress Inked on my other YouTube channel, and this is going to be another vlog entry. I'm basically going to start over the first one that I did, that's like 15 minutes long. I've been told by more than one person I'm not heard very well, and well, the the laptop that I did it on, as well as the microphone headset that I had, sucked. So I'm going to be looking into that. Hopefully I'll find a better like earpiece microphone set, and I'll be able to go back to doing it on the laptop. So, but I'm going to start off by talking about fibromyalgia. And just some of my health issues, what it feels like to have fibromyalgia, things like that. I've had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome for, I think, 35 years, somewhere around there. For me, it started with the irritable bowel syndrome and just the constantly feeling tired. I've had it for like about 35 plus years, but it's been, I was officially diagnosed, finally officially diagnosed about 15 to 20 years ago. So yeah, it took the doctors a little while. So to like, oh, she has it. Like, duh. I know it years ago, but they finally said, yeah, you have it. And it's like they didn't want to. The doctors didn't want to officially diagnose me. But that's okay. That's in the past. Um, what it feels like to have CFS and fibromyalgia. Some people ask, and I said, well, I just basically say, pain 24/7, 365, it never ends. I talk about, well, some days are worse than others. Like today is a fairly good day. Sleep patterns are crazy. Some people talk about it being like having flu-like symptoms, because just about everybody's had the flu and how horrible it feels, because even your hair hurts, someone touches you, you're just like, ugh. And I think that's a really good way, but it's just like the flu never ends. And or you wish you had the energy to do the things that you want to do, that you need to do. And it's just like, I just can't do it. I can't do what I need to do. I don't have the energy. I don't have, a lot of it is strength. You don't have the strength to do things. And it's so hard to describe, and because so many people haven't even heard of it, and there are some people that think, oh, you're faking, you're just being lazy, you know, and it's, they don't know. They don't know what it's like. They don't know how it feels and how you have good days and bad days. And, you try, it's so hard to work around that. I mean, to find an actual job where the boss is going to be actually understanding and say, well, if you're having a bad day or you're a zero energy day, go ahead and take the day off. Bosses in general, that's Java. He's got, I think, respiratory problems. He's 15. He's old. He's my old man. Anyway, going back. Bosses in general, they want someone that's going to be there when they want them there, to work, to get the things done that the bosses need done. And generally, bosses aren't willing to work around your illness, which is bogus, but I can understand the boss's side of it too. So, and that is frustrating. I mean, if I could find a job where I can work from home and like sit at the computer like 1 or 2 hours a day and get paid a small little amount, I'd be happy. I would. Um, just to help pay for things. That would help a lot. Anyway, um, a second part of another part of the video, that the first video that I did, was talking about dating and having these invisible illnesses, invisible handicaps. There was a friend of mine, a Facebook friend of mine asked me, well, how does one, when do you tell the person that you're dating, or you've just met or just started dating, that you have these invisible illnesses and that you need to, and how can they be accommodated? Some people will do it before the first date, and I would advise against that, because you're going to have your suitor, for lack of another word, a better word, is going to prejudge you, and without even getting the chance to know you and who you are and basically what you're all about, your personality and all that stuff. And I'm not sure if there's chemistry, but this person hears, oh, you got a disability, okay, bye, off they go. And that's just not right. I would say wait until maybe ballparking like the third or fourth date, or just kind of wait and see how they feel, on how, if there's a chemistry between you. If you think, okay, after the second or third date, you're thinking, okay, I really don't want to deal with this guy anymore, or this person anymore. It's like, you can kiss my ass, or whatever. I'm not interested in him. Then, yeah, don't bother revealing it. But if you think there's a chemistry there, you like the person, you think you're interested, and it's gonna go somewhere, then that's when you need to really say, okay, this is something that I need to talk to you about, and explain it. Have lots of answers ready, because I have found that not a lot of people have heard about CFS or fibromyalgia, let alone lupus or any of the other invisible illnesses that are out there. And you just kind of need to explain it to them, and how it feels and all of that. One thing, if the guy is, or person is worth having in your life, if the guy is really, or person is really interested in you, then they're not going to care about your invisible handicap. They're going to like or love you for who you are. And your invisible handicap is just part of that package. Because, we all know we are not our illnesses. We are not our handicaps. It's just a part of us. And if they're not loving and accepting of it, you don't need them in your life. You don't need their baggage. So, and since I've moved here to Tacoma, within just a few months, I have met a really great guy. He's such a kind, sweet person. And, I think I hit the boyfriend jackpot. Because he actually asked, well, how you doing today? And he does care. And just a few days ago, I injured my left rib, kind of like bruised the cartilage. And walking was really hard. I was short of breath, and I was very faint. And I had rented a couple of videos from the Redbox, and he came up just before work and he took them back for me. I mean, that's how awesome he is. And, you know, he can cook, and I like him a lot. And he's just a sweet, sweet guy. I really like him. We're going pretty slow in other parts of the relationship, but it's fine. It's awesome. And I do like him a lot. I really do. I really won't mention his name. I mentioned him in the first video too. So, but just you know, play it by ear, but just don't talk about it first thing, because that's basically what the person is going to focus on, is your handicap, not you as a person. But okay, that's all I'll say about that. Talking about, well, I'm also a type 2 diabetic. That's so, and I take all kinds of pills. Um, I do take insulin. I also take metformin. Um, I think what's helped a lot is I do take Prozac, or the generic Prozac, and I think that's helped a lot. That's that's helped me to become a happier person, uh, because having to deal with these invisible handicaps all the time, having to deal with the pain all the time, I will freely admit I have thought about suicide. I did not want to live anymore. I didn't want to friggin' deal with this anymore. I couldn't. I just thought, you know, I would rather be dead, because there's going to come a time when I'm not going to be able to take care of myself. I'm not going to be able to be independent. And I don't want to be a burden on anybody. And just, God, I'm going to start crying. Sorry. I've always been such an independent person, and, you know, do it myself, help myself to it, and having to lose it's friggin' scary. It's really, really scary. Because I don't want some person, some nurse or whatever, to have to, you know, wipe my ass or bathe me or dress me, feed me. I couldn't handle that. I could not handle that. You know, I would, you know, if I got to that point, I would probably find a Dr. Kevorkian type doctor, and I'll talk about that in another video. But um, I've always had a problem of not being in control of my life or my actions or what have you. Um, but I know there's a lot of people that have exactly what I have, and have had to deal with the same thoughts. And dating can be hard for one of them. I mean, because it's one of the things that scare me about my current relationship is, you know, I don't want to be a burden on him. Like when I injured my rib, I went to the emergency room and I didn't call him. And he and he called me on it. He goes, "Why didn't you call me?" And I said, "Well, I didn't want to be a burden on you. I didn't want to be a bother to you." You know, he has his own life too. I mean, shouldn't be, you know, up to him to wait on me hand and foot. And he goes, "But hey, you're not a burden. You're not a bother. You know, you needed somebody to be with you." And um, that's what that's what he said to me, and that just kind of blew me away. So, Anyway, it's almost 15 minutes, so I should be ending this video now. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on. And to fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome itself, fuck you, Fibro. I fucking hate you. Fuck you. Bye. I love you all. Just not Fibro.